Can y'all believe this shit? Can y'all believe this shit? I done came on home to Netflix. Hey y'all, it's your girl MoNique. And I'm so excited to share that I'll be shooting my first Netflix comedy special. Oh, and in case you didn't hear, I'm also reuniting with my friend, my brother, director Mr. Lee Daniels on the Netflix film, The Deliverance. You won't want to miss either of them, so y'all stay tuned. And thank y'all, my sweet babies. I love us for real.
Okay, so we're hitting the pop culture realm here in popular topics. Yesterday, it was announced online that MoNique is finally getting her stand-up special on Netflix after the boycott and everything that went down. What was that, like in 2017 when she was making the video, given the fact that she was only offered $500,000 while her comedy compatriots, the likes of Amy Schumer, $13 million, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, $20 million. And well, I don't need to go into the details. You all know what it was about. The years of racial injustice and gender inequality. And some people even ask me, yo, Jeremy, you know, now and then you talk about the MoNique situation, whether it be about her beef with Oprah, Tyler, and Lee Daniels, or, you know, well, why didn't you talk about the DL Hughley thing? Truth be told, and I'll make this quick, truth be told, I was going to do a video about that because I remember the night it was trending, it was MoNique first. That was her trending, and then her, you know, the video of her, you know, going off on DL and whatnot on stage. And I'm like, well, I need to see both sides of this. So I waited until like the next day, and there was, you know, some follow-up, but it was really just social media back and forth between the two. And then DL eventually addressed it on his radio show, and that was a wrap. And then, of course, you know, MoNique was under fire by even her supporters when she brought up DL's daughter's situation with a male, you know, when she was younger. And that kind of turned people against her. And the reason I never did a video on it was due to the fact that it was always evolving. And I didn't want to do a video giving my thoughts. And then by the time I posted the video, within like 2 hours, oh, here's another level to this story. And I just didn't want to bother with it. But yeah, so it turns out last month that it was a settlement. Not that she won, but it was a settlement of the lawsuit that she filed against Netflix about the racial and gender bias. And Netflix put out the video because, you know, I put it at the beginning of this one. Thrilled to announce that Netflix is the home for the next original stand-up special from the groundbreaking, trailblazing, and iconic MoNique. I will say this much. This special better be good. I mean, with all the hoopla that's been raised, what was it in 2017? So we're looking at what? Damn near 5 years since this whole thing started. This special better be the best thing since bread and butter. The fact that MoNique has been getting a lot of flack online, you know, from audience members saying, you know, hey, I went to a comedy show and all she did was talk gibberish, and she spent most of her time on stage talking about her beefs with people. Look, like I said in previous specials, I mean videos on it, I can't really remember a lot of MoNique jokes outside of, you know, fat girls and skinny bitches. So we'll see what she can do. I remember, what was it, 50 Cent went to like a comedy club and said she did great, and, you know, she needs to not be blackballed anymore. But all I gotta say is, this special, is it going to be one that's quote unquote worth? And I don't know how much she's paid for this, because even when the settlement was announced last month, the terms were not disclosed. But I don't know if she's getting like a $13 or $20 million deal. That's all I'm saying. But I will say this much. Let's see if her comedy is worth a Dave Chappelle or a Chris Rock or even an Amy Schumer ticket price, so to speak. And we'll go from there, because I remember way back during this boycott thing, I'm like, look, I know it's not me, but I know if it was me, I'd be a little disgruntled about $500K if I've been in the game for a while. But I would take that 500, kill that special, knock it out of the ballpark, do better than even the ones getting millions of dollars, and then on the next deal, Netflix knows they would have to pay big because of the ratings I would bring in. But again, that's just how I would have handled it, because Netflix, you know, at the time, 2017, was a very hot product. You know, in the past year or so, things have been shaky with Netflix from the constant price increases, controversy of certain specials from other comedians, and, you know, turmoil behind the scenes. So it's crazy to me because MoNique could have been in a whole different bracket had she had done that special or taken it special elsewhere as opposed to putting Netflix on the spot. But yeah, I looked on a few comment sections on various articles and big social media platforms that covered the story, and a lot of people, you know, there are some cheering for, but then others, like, you know, with all the controversy and whatnot, I'm not interested. So we'll just have to wait and see. Will I watch it? We'll see. You know, I'll be interested to see what she brings to the table. But this is probably one of those, I will see what fan reactions are first, and then I'll watch it. Or I don't know. I haven't even watched the last Dave Chappelle special, which has been claimed by many to be more of a speech as opposed to a special, but only time will tell. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think MoNique will actually bring in the numbers? I do hope, considering that she put out the numbers of how much Netflix offered her and other comedians for their specials. I wonder if we're going to get any kind of numbers or, you know, calculations on, okay, MoNique did her special with Netflix, here's what the numbers were. And then I wonder if that will prove, oh wow, no wonder they only offered her 500,000. So again, we'll see what happens. That's really all I got to say. I'll leave an article to the Deadline report on this story in the comment section below. But as always, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.